4.
No, not 4. What the fuck, man? Fuck you.
9.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dick Storks and Destinies. I'm your host, Chapel, and I'm here with Crash, Ken, and the kid today. And I believe,
Yay!
I do believe that Ken has some introductions he wanted to do as well.
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to 2024. We've been gone for a little bit of a break. Hope everyone has had a good holiday season. And I hope
Hey.
you're ready for more bullshit through the Dick, Storks, and Destinies, especially when it comes to Chapel's tiny penis.
Oh, dear Lord. We ended basically fucking talking about this man's dick, and now we're back starting talking about this man's dick.
Well, hey, you know what, kid? We know you enjoy a good tiny Chapel penis, so we always gotta make sure to bring it up for you.
Well, I mean, hell, since we're back, might as well just throw this out there. For all of our listeners out there that are wondering if they can get anything from the podcast other than just listening and trying not to gouge out your eardrums, I am currently in works of working up t-shirts for us to sell.
Hell yeah.
And I will keep everyone updated and posted on that as my dumb brain wraps around the fucking overcomplicated technology that it takes to fucking print a t-shirt.
It's not that hard, trust me. I could do it in a matter of 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, the website makes it 10 times fucking more difficult
You're
than what
also
it needs to be.
rough. I'm on a 3-monitored computer. I think I got this. Anywho, yes, guys, merch is going to be soon on its way. New streams are coming up. Chapel, you have expanded us, have you not?
I have. We are not just on Spotify anymore. We are now also on, let me see here.
No, hold up, guys. He's got to see.
Yeah, I don't
See.
trust him to see, so
So we are also on Amazon, Castbox, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, and Radio Republic.
hey, there we go.
I want to get us on iTunes, but the biggest problem that we're currently having with that is that the last time I tried, Apple would not let me create a profile.
Well, that's a good thing I got a profile.
I was gonna say I could try that on my end, considering all my products are Apple related.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You two Apple users.
Yes. That also being said, semi-Dick Storks and Destinies related. Um, the Kinslayer, will also be starting up a new streaming on YouTube soon, so there is a good chance, folks, that you will see some Dick Storks and Destinies related content on my streaming service. Just check out Kinslayer and the Booyah Goblin.
Yeah,
Oh dear
absolutely.
Lord.
Boo. Yeah.
Yeah. And if anything else, I would probably be joining you on at least a couple of those streams.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody wants to see that.
No, you're right. Nobody does, but
But they're
that's
going
all
to
I
anyways,
want
because
to
that's just how much of a dick we all are.
Yeah, I'm sorry, viewers, but you gotta deal with Chapel. We tried this morning to go without him, but he was adamant.
Yeah.
Oh, we were going without him as soon as you could figure out how to get this stream rolling.
Oh shit.
Another five
Anywho,
minutes before he showed up, I'm pretty sure we would have figured it out.
right. Anywho, so what is on today's topics, Chapel?
So so I don't know if you guys have seen the video game awards that came out towards the end of the year. But holy
No.
shit, some people were pissed off that their game did not get game of the year. Um And I wanted to point out that the quality of the games in a bunch of the games in 2023, not all of them, but the quality of a bunch of the games in 2023 came up by a lot compared to what we've been dealing with the past
Wait, are
12
we
years.
just handing out fucking Game of the Year awards like fucking participation trophies now?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, it's still just as difficult.
Actually, to give you some context, a lot of the people that were really salty were fans of the new Spider-Man 2 game, which, from what I understand and what I've seen, is a really good game. But it's not Game of the Year quality.
Right. It just didn't reach the level of impact that Larian Studios had really strived and drived for. Not to diss the Spider-Man franchise, but I mean, let's be honest. They they make a game every year or every 2 years. They slap a Marvel logo on it and they call it good. That's just a single player. You can't play multiplayer on it no matter what. Kind of just a game that you just play. Whereas
You know,
Baldur's Gate with Larian Studios went full out for multiplayer online MMO Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, speaks for itself.
Yeah, it's got.
I can't really say much on a single player Game of the Year because the last game that I've actually played, in fact, I still play it now just because I want to. It's fun for me. Is fucking Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That was listed Game of the Year whenever I don't know if it came right
I
when it
am
came out, but
so
I know
glad
it
you
got
said
Game of the
Oblivion.
Year.
I'm so glad you said Oblivion and not Skyrim. I was about to just scream
No. I,
Skyrim anymore.
as much as the fan base follows Skyrim, Skyrim was never a thing for me.
Skyrim
Skyrim
was.
was alright, but
Skyrim
It
was
wasn't.
fun,
It wasn't
but
even a thing for me or
nothing
Elder.
was a thing for you, Crash.
Nah, nothing.
that's not true. Now, and just so we're clear, I personally think that having single player games where you don't have to go into multiplayer and you can actually play a story mode is fantastic. I think that's a fantastic thing to have. I don't like this whole we've got to have multiplayer battle royale because that's the current.
No, and I do agree with you on that. But when I was making that particular point between Baldur's Gate and Spider-Man, you can play Baldur's Gate solo by yourself as
Yeah.
much as you want, but they gave you the option to actually still get together with all your friends and play a game together.
Yeah,
That's where they drove the big impact.
yeah, no, I completely agree. I love that. In fact, I've kind of had my own like tiers for gaming. If your game has like a battle pass or a season pass, it better be free. Otherwise, that's gonna take it down like a grade.
Yeah, no, I understand. Currently I'm been invested in Conan Exiles.
Hmm.
They technically have a battle pass and all this stuff, but if I'm being honest, I don't see what the point is of having it because if you don't play on a server, it is a single player survival RPG that's just in the world of Conan. That's it.
Yeah,
It's
well, I'm
there's
gonna
other
say
people that it's
this.
like Ark, but
Yeah.
Conan.
I'm gonna say this since we keep talking about battle passes and shit like that. I'm gonna say this, and I only expect one of us to get it, other than myself. If Can and Crash get it, that'd be amazing. Uh, It's called Multipass.
God damn it. No one likes your multi-pass. No one likes your multi-pass.
Look, and now
Leland
we're well,
loves the multipass.
now we're gonna have some CEO from some gaming company hear multipass and think, that's the next big thing.
No. EA, back off. No.
Yeah, we're looking at you, EA. We're looking
Back
at
off.
you.
Why are you blaming EA for?
Dude, EA Sports, come on. Multipass?
It's in the game.
No!
They don't use that slogan anymore. Thank
No, they don't.
God. Not because
No,
it was
but
a bad slogan, but
they
because they don't qualify to have that slogan anymore.
they used that slogan for like 10 fucking years.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
dude, I
right.
remember.
Yeah.
No, now it's EA Sports. It's in the Battle Pass.
Or it's in the pass, the season
Yeah, it's in
pass
the
or the
pass.
battle pass,
Yeah.
because they have both. That's why that's one of my big problems with their games is that they have a battle pass and a season pass.
No,
Yeah.
before this plethora of online gaming community for consoles came in, games were actually fun.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
get me wrong, some of the online games were fun, especially whenever you're playing with other people that you don't know. But that side got really fucking toxic really fucking quick.
Yeah, when all them 13-year-olds trash talk the kid.
Black Ops.
And Black Ops was one of the ones that fucking went extremely toxic extremely fast.
listen,
Black
man.
Ops was when you walked in as a little virgin boy and came out worse than a sailor because you got some kid that's even younger than you telling you all the horrible things they're about to do to your parents.
Well, okay, so you guys don't remember. So I played Medal of Honor, Modern Warfare. I think it was Modern Warfare 2. No, not Modern Warfare. It was Medal of Honor Allied Assault. And the spawn points could be mined. So what you would do is you would basically, instead of giving yourself grenades, you would give yourself landmines, and you would go to the enemy spawn points and you would just lay mines right there where the spawn points were. So when they spawned, they were immediately on top of a mine, and you didn't have a like an invincibility. You know, you can't be killed for so many seconds, so that you could run out.
You didn't have the summoner sickness,
Yeah.
basically.
You
Yeah,
you
good.
you spawned in, and then you immediately exploded because you landed on a mine.
Dude, that's just like how Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare 3 is now. Like, I played that for the first time.
I'm sorry.
Granted, I know, actually, I'm a little upset because I'm gonna go ahead and state this out loud so all the public can hear it. And I hope you're listening, Activision, or
They're
Infinity, or
not.
whatever
They
you want
don't
to be
care.
called. Well, I want my goddamn survival mode back. That was an Xbox 360 and PS3 Modern Warfare 3 classic when you could go up against wave after wave after wave of enemies. Now, they took that out completely. Gone. Zip. Nada. Doesn't
And
exist anymore.
and you
Why
can
would
beat the
you take it out?
campaign in an hour.
Yeah, and they completely changed campaign. They changed everything about the game. Granted, the zombies is interesting. I give them that. However, I'm not a fan that you have to play online with at least 12 to 16 people just to play zombies.
Yeah,
Anywho, the whole point of that was
Who
it
has the
was I was
storage
trying
space
to
for a
yeah,
Call of Duty game?
well that too,
who
but
who has the storage to waste on a Call of Duty game?
Right.
yeah, no shit. However, I do understand what you're saying with that whole Medal of Honor thing because with the newer Call of Duties, um, they did bring back on the online aspect, if anyone remembers the map Rust from the old games.
Yeah.
But there is
Yeah,
no
well,
summoning
yeah.
sickness either. I dropped in 17 times in a matter of 30 seconds because I got shot in the head before I fully spawned in. As soon as my screen went to first person and I was in, bam, I was shot right then and there. I was like, okay, so we're just playing, we're not playing this game. Fucking troll.
And that's why I don't play it.
See, you all talk about storage space for fucking Call of Duty. My son asks me all the time, "Well, what's the first Call of Duty game you played, Dad?" I don't fucking remember the name of it. That's the game of Call of Duty that I remember playing. In fact,
I remember
all the
playing
Call of Duty games I've ever played, I had a hard disk that I had to put in the console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I hundred.
I mean,
stopped playing.
I can give you the fucking a scene from one of the games. It's a fucking sniper mission where you had to wear a fucking full white snowsuit, and if you twitch the
dude.
wrong goddamn if you twitch the wrong goddamn way at the wrong goddamn time, the whole fucking base saw you, and I don't understand how. I'm white laying on white.
I bet that was MW2. I remember that mission. That shit sucked. You have to sit there and ghillie suit crawl your ass throughout an entire fucking map, and if you shot anyone, you'd alert everything. If you went too close to anything, you'd alert everything. And if you fucking moved, you'd alert everything.
Yeah.
See, I fail those
Mission
missions all the
failed.
time because I blow up people.
And then there's Crash over there.
I remember crawling from the start point all the way inside the fucking gate of the base, and no one saw me. My character's left fucking foot literally twitched on screen, and then the whole fucking base is on top of me in 5 seconds.
And then we got Crash in the corner. Leroy Jenkins.
Hey, it's their fault. They gave me grenades.
What?
It's funny that you mentioned it because I was playing that game with Crash.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, you have to be quiet. That's gonna be a hard pass.
This gonna be a hard pass. I'm gonna have to say no.
Yeah.
Crash is like, I can't get past this tower, man.
Hence the
can't
name
get-
Crash.
Yeah. I can't get past this.
Crash,
I
what
don't
are you
wanna
doing
cry.
what? Crash, what are you doing where you can't get past the tower? I keep blowing it up.
Well, when me and my stepbrother used to play games, I was the decoy. I'd run out, and he'd snipe the person shooting me.
Yeah.
Good old Crash. If he's good for anything, he makes a great army man. Way to go, cannon
Yeah.
fodder. We love you.
But yeah, people like one of the things I remember about Medal of Honor Allied Assault was like you had a D-Day Normandy Beach level, and that level was not easy. Like I think I played that level probably at least 100 times before I actually got to the beach. Like the thing opens and like at least half of the team that you're in your little boat with immediately just fall over dead, and you got
They did
to
that with World War II of Call of Duty as well. They made that one ultra realistic. When you put it on the harder difficulty, holy shit!
yeah.
Could
No,
not get.
and that's what it was like with Allied Assault, which was their first game, and it was very much because Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan came out 2 years before that, so it was very much designed off of that battle.
Yeah, that was a great movie though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, it was a great movie, but that made for the scenes in that game to feel scary because you're looking around, you're seeing random NPCs coming up the beach. They're just getting blown up, shot down,
Right.
and you're
Seeing
just
all your buddies dying in front of you, and then
Yeah.
there's hailfire just everywhere.
And the nice little touch on that was while you're in the boat going in up the beach, like you you hear the
Were
guys
you-
talking to each other. They're like talking about what they're scared of. One guy's like, "I can't wait to see my girlfriend again." He dies. Um,
Of course.
were you sitting next to Logan on that boat too?
that was before that movie, so no. No, this specific game came out in 2002.
I'm not talking about the time frame and being accurate. That was a joke you just ruined.
Look,
Well,
chat,
make
we'll
better
have to
jokes. I
correct
can't
that.
help that you make low quality jokes. Don't reach for the low hanging fruit. Go to the top of the tree.
Look, the higher up the tree you go, is the closer we get to you, cause you ain't got no low hanging fruit.
Okay, okay.
Ah.
Keep up the dick jokes. Okay.
I will. I will. Welcome back, motherfucker.
You notice he's the only one making the dick joke.
I have to. I deal with him the most.
Well, it's not my fault.
It kind of is. It could be.
No, it
It
isn't.
could be your fault.
No,
You should
no.
come and grab him and take him on an
What,
adventure.
what,
And
what am
I
I
would
gonna?
be
Why am I gonna come and grab him for? I don't even want to grab him to begin with.
Who touched my body?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, 5 minutes down the road, he'll be asleep.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Just
narcolepsy would
get it.
kick in and I'll just be asleep.
Just get him in the car. Just get him in the car. Go for a fucking 5-minute drive, and he'll be right back out.
Yeah.
That's about accurate too.
It's like riding a toddler around just so they go to sleep.
Except for this toddler drives and fucking damn near runs you through a red light.
Oh, not damn near, just does.
Red, yellow, green. It's all the same color when you're asleep.
Yeah, black.
Yeah.
So
Good shout out. Chapel Blacklight.
Yeah.
I think you mean red
So when
light,
he
but yeah.
so when he gets pulled over, it's like, did you see that light was red? He can go, no,
No.
No.
and be telling the truth.
Okay, so to give some context, I'm going to continue this regardless of whether you guys want to joke about me or not.
Welcome.
So to give some
You
context,
said go for the higher hanging fruit.
Yeah.
It sounds like they just want to play with your fruit.
they do. They are obsessed with my penis, and I don't know why.
Did you flash them on camera?
No.
Gatling cock. That's all I've got to say,
The
buddy.
Gatling
Gatling
cock.
cock.
Shoom, brrrt.
Oh.
So to give some context, I would like to hear everybody's like personal favorite, like first person shooter.
First person shooter, personal favorite.
Yeah, of all time.
Oh shit. I might be screwed on this one. So I won't be starting this one. I've got to take a minute to think of all the fucking first person shooter games I played.
What about you, Crash? You got a personal favorite on your first person shooters?
No, not really.
You don't think there's one that you'd be like, yeah, I don't care if I've beaten this, I'll play it again.
If it ain't Batman, he don't care.
Right now, I'm God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. This is what I'm on.
Yeah. So you don't well, I think you usually go for the higher quality games anyway, like ones you know you're going to enjoy.
Yeah. Now, if they brought back Unreal Championship,
Well, I meant like of all time. You know. So yeah, we can
but
go back to talking about when we used to play Unreal Championship. Boom, headshot.
yeah, but I don't have an Xbox though. I'm on Sony.
That's fair.
I mean, hell, since he went there, I might as well go. I've played this game 500 million times, and I will continue to play it
His
a half
favorite
a
is
billion
Fortnite.
more. No, fuck that game, fuck that whole franchise, fuck it, left, right, up, down, left ways, right ways, sideways,
Because
with
he's
or
running
without
around
loot.
like Peter Griffin.
I don't like Fortnite. I don't like any of the fucking battleground fucking bullshit that they've got out. Don't really like. Well, actually, don't like Fortnite. Don't like PUBG. Don't like any of that shit.
Yeah, the battle royale games are like they got a good premise. They're just to me they're not very well made and they feel very what's the word I'm looking for?
See, because PUBG turned into like a bunch of people using bots.
Yeah.
That's the thing is all your fucking battle royal games, they could start out nice and natural and cool. They might be good for like 2 weeks before some Korean or Japanese kid figures out some way to hack the fucking system to allow bots in. And yes, I went nationality on that one because there not that many American kids that smart.
I mean,
But since you're all talking about of all time, like I said, I've played the game like maybe 500 million times and will play it 500 million more before I fucking pass away. And that is Halo 2.
oh, dude, Halo, classy.
Yeah. Actually,
Um,
I just hooked up my original Xbox that's been modded, and I've got the I've got a French version of Halo 2 on it.
And tell him who modded it. Some Asian
Oh,
dude.
whoa! We're not bringing that particular individual in here into this conversation to run him over with the bus. Okay?
It's
No,
not
I'm
running
just
him
saying.
over with a bus.
it sounds like he's
He
too
he
short
did
to
he
even
did
be run over by a
he
bus.
he did do quality work in modding that
No,
Xbox.
he did great
Mhm.
work. The problem is that was an illegal act, and we're not going to talk about that.
Hey, it's only illegal if you get
If
caught.
you get caught.
Hey, no. Here's the real truth. Everything is legal for a price.
Right. It all depends on what you're willing to pay.
Yeah. And equal opportunist
Ah,
insurance
god
company.
damn it.
What?
You bringing back up that equal opportunity fucking salesman bullshit.
No,
Equal
that's accurate.
opportunity insurance.
Fuck your insurance.
Your privacy is our policy.
Ah,
Right.
god.
Right.
We'll have to get Ken a shirt that says that.
Jesus. Alright. I would have to say probably for me, and which kind of sucks because I think it's not really on the popularity scale, but I loved it. I would say the Fear Collection. If anyone remembers that. FEAR.
Those were
I
some good
remember.
games. Yeah, I
Yep,
remember those
good old
games.
First Encounter Assault Recon. It brought a beautiful mixture of psychological horror, of situational awareness, with a full bloodthirsty action-packed adventure. I,
See, that was a good game.
I own all of them on my computer, including the two giant DLC originals of Extraction Point and Perseus Mandate.
Yeah, yeah.
So in reality, there was like 5 games because I would say those two DLCs were big enough that they actually um, counted as their own game.
Yeah. that just with that goes into a little pet peeve of mine whenever I'm playing games with my son. He takes a fucking first person game and puts it in fucking third. Like, why do you want to see the character design if it's meant to be a first person game?
The reasoning for that is that because you can see behind your character, you can see more of the map and see more of what's going on.
No. We all have played Tomb Raider. It's for the boobies and the ass.
No, that's why Tomb Raider was popular.
Right. You're gonna
Unlike
sit here and tell me if Halo gave you the option, you'd want to see Master Chief's ass go jiggle, jiggle, jiggle down the fucking virtual map that you're running across?
I hate to tell you this, but they have already done that a long time ago.
Did they put jiggle physics in Master Chief's ass?
There was one that I saw someone playing, and yeah, they had a mod that gave Master Chief just the right amount of jiggle physic. I'm like, why? He's
Why-
in
why-
armor. That doesn't make sense.
Oh dear lord.
Poor Sierra 117.
So
She'd been turned into a fangirl.
so I think we all agree, like, especially within the past probably 6 to 7 years, we've had just a plethora of just awful games.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I remember when I was growing up, like, there were tons of new games that I would always be excited for. Now, you're lucky to get me excited about a single one in a year. Otherwise, it's like, oh, that looks okay. I'll try it.
Sounds like you got a problem there, buddy.
Well, there's no good games.
He doesn't get excited anymore, guys.
No.
They make pills for that.
Yep. So I know. I've seen it all over my Facebook.
Dang, what
Why?
you been looking at?
Fuck if I know. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's a big fucking issue. There's this fucking bullshit algorithm shit that they fucking created.
Yeah. But no, it's like I can
Because
sit there.
I know I haven't looked up or anything as far as erectile dysfunction goes, but apparently I'll get an ad every so often that'll tell me all about the problem that men have.
Just remember, however many we get, Chapel gets triple the amount.
So, to all of our listeners, just remember, I've tried to keep this on track, but they cannot help but talk about penises.
It's still on track. I just made another fucking joke.
Anywho, back to it.
Hey,
He's cranky in the morning. Someone fucking
hey,
give him
Chapel,
coffee or something.
You just gonna have to show it to them so they can get it out of their head.
No, thank you. I do not want to see that.
Jesus. No. Otherwise, I would still agree. Chapel, you are correct. Like I can look at Steam right now, and all of their
You mean
like
looking at half like 90%
no.
trash on that site?
Yeah, virtually, yes, because everything that they have nowadays, it's just not anything that looks interesting. We got
And
millions of
Steam
games
used to,
now.
yeah, and Steam used to hold quality fucking games, and now Steam is just like a fucking trash site for, I don't know, flipping fucking pancakes.
Well,
Well, now hold on now.
Yeah.
They still got a lot of good stuff. You just have to type it in yourself.
yeah, you gotta look for the good games. They got lots of good games on there. Lots and lots of good games, but they've made it so that anybody who's learning about development can put their games on there. So there's people who are like in the process of learning just how to make video games, who have just small stuff put on there. Yeah, they're not great, but they're learning. Now, you are correct in that there are like AAA companies that have garbage games and that they put them on there. Two garbage games I'd like to talk about last year: the new Kong of Skull Island and Lord of Ring Gollum.
I'm sorry. Didn't we not just fucking trash talk EA games earlier in this podcast?
Yeah,
Back
yeah,
up.
we did. But EA didn't make either of those.
Right. But still, Steam allows. I'm not getting onto the fact that they allow developers to play around and fuck around and create their own product trying to get it out to market. But whenever they allow big name fucking companies just to fucking give us trash,
Well, now okay. So there's a great example of this. There was a game that came out that called oh, what was the name of it? It was called Day After Tomorrow, something like that, or The Last Day,
uh-huh.
something to that effect. It was so bad, Steam canceled the game on their platform and gave everyone who bought it a refund. Like that's how bad it was.
I haven't. That's yeah.
That's
That's fucking
unprecedented.
hard. That's actually rare to run into that.
Okay, they get an award for that, but I still see a ass load of fucking trash games on there.
That's also why you go to, if you're not sure about a game, you should go to the community post and see what people have rated it. Like even Baldur's Gate 3, which is, I think, it's not perfect, but it's a fantastic game. That game has like 1-star reviews on it. So it's not like you won't find 1-star reviews on a game like that.
Right.
No,
Yeah. Absolutely.
see, that's the thing is the reviews I don't really pay attention to because just because something has a shitty ass review doesn't make it a shitty ass game.
Yeah,
It just means that
the
someone was a little fucking butthurt and they need to get the fuck over it.
yeah. Well, the thing is if you look at all the reviews, like, so the main review for that game is an aggregate of all the reviews combined.
I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. We talked about games that we don't like, games that we do. Get low to what's low quality to one of us might not be low quality to the other. The fucking Half-Life series.
Okay. Okay. I would like to hear
Okay.
your take on this.
Yeah, where are we going with
I
this? 'Cause I
do
haven't
not like
followed.
Half-Life.
Which one?
Life itself.
Life itself? Hang on, I've got my Steam right here. Let me open it up. Let me see if I can't find it.
No. He's not. He didn't just say life itself. He
So,
meant Half-Life itself.
Well, which
Like
one did you play?
as a franchise, he doesn't like it.
Half-Life 1.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair cuz I
Okay.
played Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 2
Never
had
played
a
Half-Life 2, but after Half-Life 1,
So
it was just like, bleh.
Half-Life 1, it okay. It
It's like
from what I
regurgitated vomit.
Okay, so from what I have come to understand, and this is what one of my friends had me try. He had me play Black Mesa. It is an exact copy of Half-Life 1. However, it was made by a developer that played Half-Life and saw all of its faults and its wrongs. So he made his own version of it, which was virtually the same exact game but made it better. I would say if you're going to give it a second chance of anything, play Black Mesa instead of just the first Half-Life. After Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2 and all them, they were actually solid games. Half-Life Alyx, the VR game. I have that one. That one's extremely solid just for its VR aspects and how they designed the game. It was beautifully choreographed. But otherwise, yeah, no. Half-Life 1, just play Black Mesa. You'll have a way better time and it'll be so much more entertaining for you.
Oh. I don't know where everyone went.
Yeah.
Crash went
Oh,
fucking sleepy sleep, I guess.
No, I'm here. I was just listening.
Ah.
Okay. So so here's one.
Because you'll
Here
never guess. I've never played Half Life.
all right. All right. So I don't know, Crash. You seem to enjoy playing Borderlands with me when we played.
Yeah. Actually, I beat Borderlands 3.
Oh,
No,
gross.
That's
Borderlands wasn't that bad.
Borderlands 1 and 2 were amazing. Borderlands the
Borderlands
pre-sequel
2.
was okay. Borderlands 3 is arguably the worst of the franchise. But I
Uh,
understand it was new when it came out and it's the most recent one. So I understand,
okay,
you
so
going in and actually beating it.
here's my take on the Borderlands series. Being an active player with 7,000 hours of Borderlands time in. Borderlands 1, by far the most difficult of all the Borderlands games. Just because of its original raw style. But I loved the kind of comic bookish um, brutality that they came up with. Wonderful. Borderlands 2, by far the absolute best in the entirety of the Borderlands universe. Still holds reigning championship. Um, Pre-sequel, yeah, especially at the time, that was known as the trashiest version of all of Borderlands. I didn't mind it. My problem with that one was when it came down to that one, the leveling system was completely changed, and it seemed almost like it took forever just to level up versus Borderlands 1 and 2, you leveled up after doing quite a bit of stuff. Like it was almost progressional leveling
Yeah.
versus Borderlands the pre-sequel was you level up when you get enough points. Uh gonna be a while, so just get used to what you're doing now, because you're stuck doing it the same way for the next 6 hours.
Yeah, I think the main issue was Borderlands 1 and 2. They had the same experience system as the Borderlands the pre-sequel. The problem was is that in the pre-sequel, you didn't progressively run into more difficult stuff the way you did in Borderlands 1 and 2.
No, and you really didn't either. There wasn't like a whole expansive universe on that, if I'm being honest. Granted, the DLC characters were pretty cool. You could play as Handsome Jack's doppelganger, and that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, yeah, nothing too major, nothing too like the idea of space, however, that was really cool. Um, but yeah, it just wasn't. It didn't turn out the way it could have, and it should have.
Right.
But it was also one of those games that you could tell that they kind of just threw together and tossed at people and was like, "Here you go. This will keep you occupied for a few minutes." Um, the Telltale games of Borderlands, those were kind of cool. They brought in some really good actors, voice actors for those.
Mhm.
Um, so that one was choreographed pretty nicely. I will admit that one. I never played the newest Telltale one. Um, that's the
I
only one
played the
I've ever
Batman
played.
version.
I played the Batman version too. Um, Now here's where I'm gonna get into the problem of Borderlands 3. And I've held this argument with many a people, but I am still standing where it sits on it. The idea behind Borderlands 3 was absolute gold. I
Yeah.
will give them that. However, the story was not long. They threw you
Nah,
from planet to planet immediately one after another. And not to mention, I'm sorry. I don't know how some people feel, but if I get something that says it's legendary, I expect it to be hard to find. like in Borderlands 1 and 2. Absolute pain in the ass to get legendary stuff in those games. Borderlands 3, they throw them out so fucking much that they're candy.
I think top leveled at 37, and it just seemed like the game was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Once you got to a certain level, yeah, that's it. You're done. That's you can do anything you want, however you want now. It was honestly absolute garbage, and I was so disappointed when they screwed all that up.
Yeah.
Um, my my some of the biggest flaws that they also had in the story. There's some characters missing, and I want to know what the hell happened to them because there was no lore, there was no nothing about them. Where the hell is Dr. Zed? The main fucking medical dude since the beginning. He never made an appearance. Dr. Zed's vending machines were gone. The character himself was gone. There were no audio files, nothing. Zed was just gone.
Didn't he die?
No, he
No.
didn't.
He
He
didn't
did not.
re up his membership.
They went through the whole freaking game, through the whole franchise. Dr. Zed was a part of every single thing except Borderlands 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just disappeared.
Honestly, I think it has to do more with what happened around the time that Borderlands 3 was in production. Anita Sarkeesian at the time was really big in YouTube, and people thought that she was just the best thing ever, and she was not. Um, Another thing that was going on was the whole social justice stuff. It was very, very bad because if you go and you play Borderlands 3, all the male characters are either completely gone or they just show up in like little voiceovers. You don't actually run into them. You don't run into Brick. You don't run
Yes,
into Mordecai. They're not in the game actually. They're
yes, they
just
are.
no,
They're
no. There's some
yeah, no,
voiceovers.
no, sir. Both of them are in the game in the main campaign, clear as day.
Really. So when you go on the ship, you can go into the ship and find them on the ship.
Nope, you won't find them on the ship, but that's because they had stated in person to you that they don't follow Lilith anymore. They are with Tina on Pandora. They never left Pandora because they didn't want to leave Pandora. But
Zed's
Rick,
Zed Zed only appears in Borderlands 3 as an icon on the
uh,
med vendors in Sanctuary 3.
yeah, but no, Brick and Mordecai are on Pandora. You actually run into them for a main mission. You have to. It's in the prison. When you go to the mission of the prison, that's Brick. The big guy is Brick and Tina. They're all
Yeah.
running around blowing shit up, and that's when Brick looks at you and goes, "Hey, Slab," and then you're like, "Oh, that's Brick." So no, those guys are in there. They just don't play a key role anymore, which still pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'll admit, because
It
Brick
just
was
it
my
does
favorite.
not seem like they were given as well of a treatment as everyone else.
No, they weren't, and I will definitely give you that. Like they killed off Maya immediately when you ran into her, and that pissed me off because she was a main character for Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Um, Axton and Salvador were only part of a DLC thing, and I don't even think you actually ever physically saw them except for like a poster of them for the DLC. That was it, and then you get the voiceover of them. You don't see them ever. The only one that actually got like the most love for out of all of the males was Krieg when they did his DLC campaign. That he was the only one out of all of the characters that actually got like true attention.
Yeah. No, now that I'm looking at it, so apparently I just didn't get, because I'll be honest, I didn't complete Borderlands 3. But apparently in Borderlands 3, Brick and Mordecai are dating?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, what?
That okay.
Yeah. No, for Borderlands 3 during the production, they had a ton of women just writing up all the material, and not to say that women are bad writers, because there are some very good writers that are women. However, um oh no, I'm sorry. Uh it just kind of came off that way. That in Borderlands 3, they felt like that there was a lot more bromance than there needed to be with Mordecai and Brick.
That I agree on. Otherwise, I was gonna say to your previous statement, what the hell?
Yeah.
'Cause now that part I do agree on. They got weird on that a little bit, and it shouldn't have been that way because in Borderlands 2, they were bickering all the time because, well, I mean, you go alien hunting and, not get pissed off at your drunk friend or the guy that just wants to beat the hell out of everything.
Okay. We'll go hunting.
No.
We'll do xenomorphs.
Fuck's sake.
But no, I think that kind of goes into what we were talking about, how the quality of Borderlands went up at first, but then over the pre-sequel and Borderlands
And
3,
beyond,
the quality definitely went down.
yeah, drop down. And now we're
Well, could
talking
you say the
about
same about another popular fucking video game series?
which one?
Dark Souls.
Mm, you have to be a little more specific on that. I've played. Are we talking like actual
We're talking
Dark
actual
Souls?
Dark Souls.
Okay, so just that solo franchise.
Yes.
Started out with the world's hardest game with Dark Souls 1, dropped in difficulty in Dark Souls 2, and then was considered easy mode on Dark Souls 3.
Right.
And then Elden Ring became a thing, which I think
Yeah,
Elden
well,
Ring
Elden
was
Ring
the
isn't really
worst.
connected to Dark Souls, though.
It is. It's still by the same exact people. They just called it
And
something
what?
different.
Right. It's by the same exact people. It doesn't really make it Dark Souls
No, that one was.
franchise.
I think that one was more of the. When it comes to Elden Ring, it was more focused on the collab between. What the fuck's his name?
George R.
Uh,
R. Martin.
Martin. Sorry, yeah, Martin. It was more so the collab with Martin on the advanced, like how
Yeah.
everything looked, which granted was
The
amazing.
the collab between him and Bandai,
Yep. Um.
and he's the one that fucking gave us, what was it, Game of Thrones?
Yes. Wait.
Yeah,
Was it?
he did. He
Yes.
gave us the
Yeah.
Game of Thrones series, the Song of Ice and Fire.
Yep. Um. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking just with that company by itself of From Software, okay, I could agree with that. With it got easier throughout the franchise. Because the first game was just absolutely brutal on standard alone.
Right. And that's what most people loved about that series.
Yeah, the first
Is
game.
that it drove you
Like that.
fucking mental just to complete it.
Yeah, that by the time you got to the end boss, no matter what you had, you did not feel powerful. You still felt like you were level
I'm
1
gonna
from the
I'm
very
gonna die
start.
here.
You see the bosses drop in and you're like, I don't want to. And then you see your death ratio just skyrocketing for the next few hours.
I'm gonna die here, and I'm gonna die here multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. Um I will say, however, it's not from the same company, but I will, if we're talking about any of the few shining gems in what we've seen today lately, I'll give Lords of the Fallen uh, some good cred on what the hell they made, because I am ready to chuck my fucking Xbox out the goddamn window to that game. And I haven't felt that way since the Dark Souls franchise. So, kudos to them, assholes.
So, speaking of quality in games going down, um, I personally have an issue with racing games. And this is something I know Crash has an opinion on because I remember playing Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2 and then Need for Speed Carbon and I loved those games. And nowadays
Most
it's
Wanted was better.
I mean, I personally didn't like Most Wanted, but I
That's
mean,
Hey,
because you didn't have the driving partner I did.
that's fair.
he's talking about me.
I like that. I like the peanut gallery. He's talking about me. Just imagining him like putting his two, index fingers together.
Oh no, yeah. With what you're going with, Chapel, racing games have been in serious fucking decline.
Yeah. I only
I
played
don't know.
NASCAR to drive backwards.
I don't know how many more fucking Gran Turismos and Forzas that we fucking need.
And well, my thing is like those games have their place as racing simulators, but you don't have any arcade racers.
No.
Yeah, isn't
Oh, we
Need for
haven't.
Speed now like an open world now? Isn't am I
I
am I getting that right?
I don't know because just like Chapel and Crash, I know all of us have played Underground. I know all three of us played Underground too. Crash and
Yep,
I
I've
played
played that.
Most Wanted.
Yep, I played that one too.
I never touched Carbon because
I
to me
didn't play
Carbon
that
looked like
one, but I did
trash.
play Hot Pursuit, the original one.
Oh, yeah. I played that in a lot too.
Yep, I remember that one.
And Hot Pursuit was just not for me.
Well, here's my question: are you guys talking about Hot Pursuit the original that came out in the
That's what
early
I said.
'90s, or
Yeah,
Hot
that's what I
Pursuit the
said.
remake?
Nope, fuck the
The
remake.
original
Talking the original. What was it? PS2?
one.
PS1.
PS1.
Yeah.
PS1. Yep. Yeah. No, I played all those with my mother. We played all those classic ones together.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like,
I never really touched the. I never really touched a racing game after Full Auto, for the 360, which was like arcadic racing game, but yet the other goal was not to just win the race, but to shoot down your fucking opponents with a lot of fucked up weaponry.
yeah. It had a
Okay, so
twisted
Not
little kind of aspect to it.
I
yes.
start to say you're talking about like a game
Yep,
like
yep,
Twisted Metal.
yep, like Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal was also hands down an amazing game. I always will hold a serious rank in its title. Um, But yeah, ever since that, I do have people even asking me, they're like, "Oh, you want to play one of these new racing games?" I'm like, "No, sir, I do not."
I'll at
I don't.
least
I don't
try
really.
them. But my thing is like, okay, so I'm on Steam right now because of earlier conversation. I just went ahead and hopped on Steam. I'm just gonna look for racing games on here.
Well, while
I was
you
about
look
to
for
say,
racing games, I don't think they've really made any new racing games. Because everyone's still balls deep in gargling nuts for Gran Turismo and Forza. And yes, they're more racing sim than they are anything else, but it's boring as fuck. Something I enjoyed about fucking Need for Speed Most Wanted, because not only did you get to race and you get to do drag races and actual lap races and shit like that, but it got fun whenever cops got involved and you had to run from the fucking cops before they fucking disabled your vehicle and arrested you.
Yeah.
yeah, that little Cobalt SS changed so many colors.
Yeah, but our favorite color to go right back to is that fucking chrome color.
Yeah, with the blue decals.
You guys are gonna love this. Guess what the very top answer for racing games came up as?
Need for Speed.
No.
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 Gran Turismo.
NASCAR?
Nope. Nope.
Forza?
Nope. Forza 5's on here, but it's not the top one. I'm looking at like all the lists of all the
Crazy
games.
Taxi.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my
Grand
fucking
Theft
god.
Auto 5
It's
is
not
not
a
a. Oh my
racing game.
fucking god, it's not a racing game!
I
Grand
know
Theft
that.
Auto is not a racing game in general!
Oh, oh,
No.
you just do this to piss us off.
It's a fucking
I
complete
can't
total
help
meltdown between me and Ken.
I can't help
Like,
what Steam did, okay? I can't help that.
like,
It
how do you
took
Hey,
Steam to
classify Grand Theft Auto, let alone Grand Theft Auto 5, as a fucking racing game?
all the getaway drives.
uh,
Well, here's the thing. So you can mod Grand Theft Auto 5 and there's a bunch of mods. There's hundreds of mods for it. One of those mods turns it into like gives you like racetracks and stuff like that. And modded, it can be a racing game, but you have to mod it to do so. That doesn't
If
qualify
you've
it
got
as a racing game.
if you've got to modify a game or mod a game to make it into something else, it is not what it is, even if you mod it.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't even get past, or you stay focused enough to get past the first mission on Grand Theft Auto to where it'd save and I wouldn't have to start all over. So I was like,
That's the thing. My son asks me all the time. He's like, "Well, what did you do in in GTA and all this?" I'm like, "I fucking cleared the fucking the tutorial mission, and once that was done, I just did my own shit.
yeah.
Don't give me the ability to free roam and do whatever the fuck I want in a video game, because I will go around just shooting people in the head just for the fun of it."
Yeah.
I'll end up selling that game along with Elden Ring.
I beat Elden Ring quite a few times. I owned every weapon that there was, every item, and I
If there
maxed
was
out.
no campaign mode, how did you beat Elden Ring? You
Because,
fought the same people.
what do you mean? There was an ending. You had
Yeah,
to kill
there's
God.
a campaign mode. The problem is that it
It's open
doesn't.
world, so you have to figure out where you're going.
Yeah, it's it. Elden Ring is not forgiving on like giving you places to go to. It's very much like you need to figure it out.
Yeah. No, I beat God a few times and got all of his shit. maxed out my level to the point that I could wield anything I wanted and do anything I wanted, and you lose interest after that. I know people are waiting for the DLC to drop, but why would I want to go and play the DLC when my character is still gonna be the same level and I'm still gonna get to walk through there like I own the fucking bitch? Now it's no longer fun.
No, I mean, I could kind of say same about a game that Chapel and I played years back,
Which was?
Diablo 3.
Ugh. Yep. I don't
Okay,
touch that
so
one.
I played Diablo 2 almost religiously, and that was after playing and beating Diablo 1. So when I say I felt Diablo 3 was a huge downgrade and I hated it, a lot of people don't like that. I hated
I
Diablo
mean,
3
you
with a
still played it like
passion.
I did.
I think I
I
beat it
mean,
one time. Just
I've
one
still
time.
heard that Diablo 4 was a lot worse, so
Yeah, no, it is. Diablo 4 is much worse. But that doesn't make Diablo 3 good.
no.
Oh no,
Although I
Diablo
have been
3.
tempted to get my hands on Diablo 2 Resurrection.
Diablo 3 isn't exactly the best game out there as far as a game series goes. You're right. Diablo 2 is a hell of a lot better. And in fact, Diablo 1 is better than Diablo 3.
Oh, by far. Yeah, I agree with that.
But I still fucking did exact same thing that Ken's talking about with Elden Ring. I went through that motherfucker and owned it
Yeah.
with one character.
Yeah, to the point that it's just no longer entertaining.
And even the harder difficulties of that game did not change a fucking thing, especially with the one character that I played. I mean, Chapel, they made fucking jokes about the monk. Called him a honey badger because honey badger don't give a fuck.
Honey Badger don't give a fuck. Honey Badger badass.
Yeah.
And the monk could literally stand in fucking fire and not take any damage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did not, and I did not like Diablo 3. And yeah, I played it, but like I said, I only beat it that one time and then I stopped playing it. In fact, I lost my copy of the game because I had done what, or we did that thing together where we made the agreement that we would get Diablo 3 for free if we played a year's worth of WoW. And that was when WoW
Yep.
was in some serious decline because that was during the Cataclysm expansion and right before.
Right before Mist of Pandaria.
Yeah, and I let my because I was done playing WoW, like I was bored with
Uh,
it.
Not just that, but I mean, hell, since you mentioned it, World of Warcraft went into not only went into serious decline, but fucking gaming quality on that went fucking retarded.
Yeah, yeah. I play the free Ascension private server if I
I
want to play
mean,
WoW.
I did not start my World of Warcraft journey in classic or vanilla. Definitely did not play Burning Crusades. Came in on the tail end of Wrath of the Lich King, which was great for what I can encompass of the expansion.
Yeah,
Cataclysm was eh.
yeah,
The only great thing about Mist of Pandaria is I got to play as a fucking kung fu panda. And then everything goes to shit from there on out. Like Warlords was not what I was hoping for.
yeah,
And it fucked with the fucking already cemented storyline from Warcraft. And then after that, they did the reboot for Burning Crusades with Legion. And I just stopped playing. I lost all fucking interest there. And then I heard about Battle for Azeroth, and that was just an ungodly nightmare.
Yeah. Well,
And now
Legion.
they're on to
Go ahead.
this this newest expansion where they bring in like a dragonborn creature.
So
Like,
after Battle for Azeroth, they went to the Afterlife, which was Shadowlands, and now they're back on Azeroth, and doing the Dragon Isles, and that's called Dragonflight. And yeah, they do
Okay,
have
so
like
I mi-
dragon hybrid race.
so I missed an entire expansion in between Battle for Azeroth and Dragonflight.
Yeah.
Let's
Not that
see.
you missed anything good. No, the last good expansion that I remember playing in was Legion, because I skipped, and I was like you. I got caught up in the tail end of Legion.
No, I came in at the tail end of Wrath of the Lich King. Played all of Cataclysm, played all of Mist of Pandaria, played all of Warlords of Draenor. Moved into the beginning of Legion, and then I just couldn't go any further. Because it's quite literally like every fucking expansion after Wrath of the Lich King, they were finding some way, somehow, to fuck over the Horde by eliminating their goddamn war chief. And the Alliance kept their fucking leader all the way up to fucking Legion.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've played both sides in World of Warcraft. I've played for the Horde and I've played for the Alliance.
That's all right, man.
Play for the whore.
Not for the whore, for the Horde.
No, for the whore. I mean, all right.
But yeah,
Well,
I feel like the fucking developers of that game decided that they really wanted to fuck over the Horde in the biggest of ways.
all right, guys. That
I would tell
is.
you this:
Go
I've
ahead.
seen the movie, never played the game, and I think I fell asleep during the movie.
Well, funny enough, it's funny that you mentioned that, because the, or I'm sorry, Netflix is going to start their own Warcraft show.
Oh yay!
So there's no telling how good or bad this might be.
Or just how much Netflix is gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Well, Paramount Plus does Halo.
Yeah, that was
no,
not good.
we're not
That,
talking about that.
that was not a good show.
Disney Plus is redoing Percy Jackson, so
I'm looking forward to that, because they did not do Percy Jackson very well the first time. So,
I've seen the first two episodes of it.
I think it was only 2 episodes.
Like I said, I've seen the first two episodes of it.
yeah.
I don't know if there's a third episode out or not.
I don't know. I do know that we are like 15 minutes past our time, though.
Yeah.
Fuck the time.
Wait, wait.
It's the first episode back of the new season.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Oh, don't give me that.
Yeah, it's time to go, guys.
Well,
All right.
folks, we
Well,
hope you enjoyed today's episode of Dicks, Dorks, and Destinies. It's good to be back, and welcome back. Until next time.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll have this up on YouTube pretty soon as well.
and remember, we're not only on Spotify anymore. You can find us on other streaming services.
iTunes will be coming soon, as will merch.
For the low
Yep.
price of free.
Shut up.
Well,
I
the
don't
merch
think
won't
it.
be free.
Yeah, the merch won't be free. No.
Nah.
All right. Well, you
The mer-
guys.
the mer- the merch price will be determined after the prototype shirts are out.
Yep. Yep. Well, you guys have a great one. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace.